All right, good morning, pack leaders. This is Hien. We're friends around here, protecting families, protecting the pack, and we'll be starting this Wolf Pack Google Hangout with our advanced members. Good morning, pack leaders. This is so if you are already part of our members, there is a private link to hang out and chat with us. Everyone else, feel free to put your comments in the chat box and we can answer any questions that come up. But I'll be supporting my advanced members as priority. And we only do this once a month, but then the rest of the weeks are private Google Hangouts on that's done every Monday. But today we'll be doing Tuesday because I went hiking yesterday. So all right, so let's just see if anyone comes on, and if no one comes on within a half hour, I will be ending this video. In the meantime, let's see if I need to adjust my settings here. Hey Q, I see you. Jump on if you're available. Let's check my settings here. Make sure it's good. Stereo. Save. Settings. Webcam. Oh, I'm on my Yeti. Okay, that's fine. I need to change my headset over. Headset. Save. Hello, hello. Okay. All right, so so far, just to give you an update on the Mad Hatter auto tuner, I have accomplished tuning 24/7. The only thing right now is the management of it, because as we create too many, it hits API rate limits. So I need to give it some ability to just select the best, highest market cap. On top of that, be able to bulk stop bots or bulk delete and bulk start bots, and then eventually bulk update the trade amount. I'm going to give it the ability to log into Binance and then or certain exchanges that I'll be supporting, and be able to extract the market cap of that coin so that you don't put a trade amount that's more than the average coin, with the order book kind of thing. And so that way it'll trade smartly, maybe within, as long as it's within 1% of the trade volume. It'll kind of make sure that we trade within that. Hey, Job Bitcoin, Joe Bitcoin. Hey, how's it going? If you have any questions, let me know. If you're part of the group already, there's a Google Hangout link that you can click to join the conversation too, and we can talk together. If you guys have any suggestions for the Mad Hatter, I know that a lot of you guys have probably experienced the same thing I'm experiencing too. As we tune more bots, forward testing live, I do experience that, hey, you know what, we see opportunities sometimes that we aren't there because we're sleeping and we're not able to create a live bot on. Also, the management of it, retuning it is also a problem. So definitely the 24/7 tuning has definitely solved that. I could just let it run 24/7, and what we're gonna do is we'll have that tuner run on the VPS 24/7, but then we'll have a second instance of the tuner on our computer that will then activate. It monitors a separate list on positive trades, but also increasing in profit. If it is increasing profit on the last two trades, complete trades, then it'll clone and put money on it. So that way we'll have a list tuning, always updating, and a second one that's always monitoring the active list of this trades. Now, if it detects losses, and as soon as it detects losses or even descending or decreasing profit amounts, then it pulls it out, because it's a sign it's showing something that that the market's changing based on the settings scan, and it'll delete it, kick it back out, and wait for other coins that show increasing profits. And some other stuff is data grids. We'll be able to load up all the bots that you created. You'll be able to kind of quickly look at a brief dashboard, check whatever bots that you want to turn on and off, or kind of see where things are at, monitor them, and whatnot. And hey, Kagan, how are you? If you're on, check out your settings. Make sure it's on stereo and not voice, so that it's a lot clearer. And go from there. Let's see, functions, calculate trade amount, and so I think the biggest one is the trade amount, because I don't like that it has a fixed trade amount, and I'm not able to know how much my portfolio. So even though we might find winning trades, I want to maximize my portfolio and throw a lot more at it, but I got to manually calculate that, right? So so that's something that I'm gonna look at to kind of see, pull in what the current market price is, and then based on your wallet info, be able to calculate the coin amount to trade. So, Kagan, how are you? If you are able to, I hear background noise and keywords. Rule for market sell, and then rules for market selling. So if we are stuck in a trade for over a day or two, to have rules on saying, hey, if this happens, then we're just gonna do a market sell, get out, because I know that coins that do well are the ones that get in and out quickly, but the ones that kind of stick around too long, they're holding back for too long. So we just do a market sell, get out, and jump back in. Kagan, are you Kagan right there? Yeah, there you go. How you doing? Can you hear me? How's my volume? Do I need to change it?
Yeah, the volume is amazing, so I can hear you really great.
Okay, cool. How you been?
Yeah, it's Pavel. I've been doing good actually. Lots of testing, but overall, I think on the real trades, it's still on the same amount I had, just a little bit of rise maybe in money, like
Uh-huh.
maybe 10% for like 1 month, I think.
Okay.
So it's not big deal.
Okay. Yeah, it's been quite a bull run on EOS, so definitely I just been accumulating and holding on to it on the ups and downs for it. Uh, so yeah, but so far anything that you noticed, any recommendations, suggestions for me to add on the next updates?
Well, I can't say anything more. Like I wanted to see the actual working combination of better presets um, for finding the first good results on trades. Let me open the trade bot. So currently we have two options, like the Cosmo
Uh-huh.
and the FOI tuning, the first one. And if I try using FOI, I prefer using Cosmo myself. I get better
Mm.
results than FOI. I'm not
Okay.
sure why. And on the FOI, I get stuck probably on options like, let me tell you, the dev up and dev down. It goes like 0.00001, and dev down is also 0.00001. And I think this option stuck the whole bot from tuning. It tries to, if you go next and try to optimize it afterwards, and you
Uh-huh.
put like 10% change, and you can imagine that no 0.0001 will go just like couple more, not like total change.
Okay.
So I think it makes stuck on the bot tuning.
Okay. What version are you using right now?
7.0.6.
Six.
Let
Okay.
me check. Let me check for sure, but yeah, 7.
Okay.
No, 1.706. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're at 107.8. What I've done with that one, I fixed the when you break the loop, it'll
Hmm.
do that point zero zero whatever because it gets all jacked up. So that's been fixed. It'll return it to its original, and I think there's some small stuff that would cause it to do it, but I think that's been resolved with it, and we added some more initial guesses to it, some downtrend initial
Amazing,
guesses,
amazing. Hmm.
and what else? I think there is one more thing. I've combined the initial guesses, so the Foy and Cosmo will use both Foy and Cosmo initial guesses, but I've
Hmm.
also disabled all the safeties on the Foy initial guesses too, so it's all gonna be zeroed out for that, and I think I've also disabled the safeties for Foy also. So what Cosmos does is he does the RSI first, then he
Hmm.
does the Bollinger Bands, and then the MACD. And then once that's done, then we sweep through the moving average types to get the best one.
Hmm.
And I think he'll do the MACD one more time again. I have to kind of double check that. No, actually, no. I think he does RSI, BB bands, and then he does the moving average types, sweeps through that, and then
Hmm.
does MACD, and then it's done. For mine, I just do the seeker going from BB bands to RSI to MACD. I don't really care about the order. After it does that on the seeker method, then it sweeps through the
Hmm.
moving average types to find the best one, and after that, it does the tuning process of kind of perturbing each one, negative, positive, one at a time, going through
Hmm.
all the variables over and over until it finishes. So that's the part that takes the longest. Uh,
Amazing.
for
So
for
I'll
tuning.
try one. I'll try the new version. By the way, you asked what else we are looking into the bot itself. So
Mm-hmm.
the really annoying thing is when you have real trades going on,
Uh-huh.
and you have bots stuck on buying or selling. Have
Uh-huh.
you probably don't have this experience on the small amounts, but if you do trades like 0.5 BTC or 1 BTC a trade, you will definitely be stuck like selling half of um, mm, your trade, and then, for instance, the price moves up or down, and the bot says, "Okay, it cancels the trade because it's partly filled, and you have a problem because you don't have enough money on account, and you stuck with the crypto which you even you couldn't sell or you couldn't buy.
Uh-huh.
You following me? This one?
Yes. So like that red dollar sign would come up and say, "Hey, you know what? I don't have enough to sell it now because you entered a trade amount too high."
Yeah,
And
and it's actually a problem of Hasbro. Actually, it's not a problem of FOI because they don't have any solution for unfinished trades, any
mm-hmm.
option of dealing with that. And it's a
Okay.
real pain in the ass because when you have like 8 bots or 10 bots running, it happens like every half a day. Every half a day, you have problem with 1 or 2 bots which is stuck. So
Mm-hmm.
what I found a solution just trying to lowering the trade on the bots which are getting stuck. But this actual solution is not the best one. You still got problems on the other boards, and you need something to do with that. So
Okay.
you definitely can see on your wallet that this trade has finished or not finished, and you have stuck with the coins. Either in bitcoins you've stuck, you couldn't buy the currency, or you stuck in the currency which you've been trading in.
Mm-hmm.
Always to be the same.
Okay. Now, when let's say you do BTC, right? Do you usually just have one bot for BTC, or do you have two bots going on, and then both of them are showing the same?
Well, it's definitely more than 2 bots. Like I'm running like 8 or to 10 bots. For instance, if I have like 5 BTC on my account, I will have like 10 bots trading for like one BTC each. So every time the money are working, even if the bot sits in BTC and it doesn't have the right decision for entering the buy mode, the other bot might go and buy something while the other is resting. So anyway, and even in this situation, you have a problem that the bot, which it was trying to buy something, it fell into a solution when he couldn't buy. And actually, this happens because the bot tunes itself to buy at the very best moment. And usually, this best moment is very difficult to. It's very moment. You know what I mean? Because
Hmm.
a moment
Yeah.
is that when this high peak is going on and your bot sends you a buy signal, you probably will get into a problem that when you when your husband gets the signal, the price on the market already changed. It's
Hmm.
very nice on the back tests, but it's nothing to do with real life because in
Hmm.
real life this time when it's best time for the trade, it's very like low of time.
Yeah, like yeah, we need to be able to fill the entire amount, but it doesn't ever fill at the peak because it's
Yeah,
just the
yeah,
volume's not
yeah,
enough to
yeah,
fill.
yeah, yeah. And there is like on even on this price.
Hmm.
So probably it could be a better solution if we can have some dynamic price adjusting on the board, or probably if the board couldn't, if the board cancels the trade because out of time on the trade, yeah. So we need to understand that this happened and change the amount of the money the bot is trading. So, for instance, if it was trading one BTC and it filled up like 0.5 BTC, so the next trade should be for 0.5 BTC to buy more on a better solution and add to one BTC, or it should sell 0.5 BTC of money it already bought. So it's
Hmm.
a bit complicated. I'm trying to explain maybe, but
Hmm.
we need to find a real solution on this one.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna throw some suggestions here.
And I'm
Uh,
having
the,
the same issues also.
Go ahead. Kagan,
Um,
adjust your settings real quick on your audio to
okay, how do I
stereo
do
instead of
that?
voice.
There we go.
It's kind of echoey over there. Um, let's see here. Is that good?
Not yet.
That sounds better. I think.
Does it?
Yeah, I think. Do you have the YouTube running? You might need to pause
Yes, I
that
do
because
have
it's showing
it.
feedback.
Okay.
All right. See. All right. So in the meantime, just let me know when you get that done. But I was gonna suggest that if we, what I can do, I've kind of looked at it, is if it partially fills and that red dollar sign shows up, I can look at the wallet, and whatever the amount that's there, I can readjust it. So if it shows it bought zero point 0.5 BTC, I can then change it for one bot. But if you have five bots going, then that little complicates a little bit where I need to divide that out to five bots.
Hmm. Mm, something going on. I, I think Ian killed himself out of the chat.
Oh, I'm still here.
Yeah, you still. I can see. I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm having the same issues, and I'm just using the inner exchange arbitration bot.
I can hear you very badly. Probably
Okay,
you're you're talking not in the headphones mic or some other mic. Can you try to check your settings?
all right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good, but I was telling Kegan that because his sound was coming not from the headphones. They were
Okay.
like, for instance, they were coming from his
Yeah,
computer.
Kagan, on the Google Hangout, just move your mouse up with the that gear settings. Click on that, and then switch from voice to studio. All right, I'm doing studio now. So this is studio. Is studio better than voice?
Well, it's the same for me.
It's the same. Oh, okay. I guess it's just oh, okay. I have a Yeti mic going on. All right. Let's just move on. Keegan, I think I'll open up a chat too. If you have questions, post it on the group chat, and then I can answer you there if it's not clear. So just it's on the left panel. Just click on that. All right. So what I can do is I can detect the red dollar sign.
Is that a lot better?
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
way better. Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna say I can detect the red dollar sign, and then once I see the red dollar sign, I can then look at the wallet and see how much BTC was partially filled, and then change that amount in that one bot. But if that doesn't matter much to you, then I can do that. But if it matters, where if you split it up to 5 bots, and you don't want me dumping everything on one bot, uh, then I need to kind of really think about it.
Hian, I think the best solution could be that definitely you and me probably we're trading more than one account on Binance, for instance.
Hmm.
I have like 3 accounts trading on, and the solution could be the best one is when you some software, for instance, can monitor the total amount of money you have on account and split it to the number of bots you have and allow them to trade on. So your software can control the actual equal amount of money for each board. And when something going on, and for instance, one board like hangs on some sort of amount of money, which is not equal, it automatically adjusts to it, or it sells out this
Okay.
amount and buys the.
Well, I'm hearing that you're doing multiple wallets, right? If you have multiple wallets and one BTC per wallet, then that simple method is fine. But if you have
Mhm.
multiple BTCs bots on one wallet, then that complicates things.
Yeah.
So as long as you do one BTC bot per wallet, then you can do 5 BTC bots, but each have going to 5 wallets.
Hmm.
Then whatever is this partially trade, I could then readjust it and then just
No, no, no. It's the idea here is one wallet. It has 5 BTC on it, and it
uh-huh.
trades this 5 BTC on one wallet. Actually, 10 bots on one wallet, and the other wallet has like 10 BTC, and it's like around 15 bots there, which
Okay.
trying to trade this amount of money.
Okay. All right. I will
I think
think about it.
it's the difficult of the large trades is not having that same issue. Um, and the account will go red, so you have to manually refill, I guess.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and that's the issue.
It's pain in the ass. Yeah, it's like actually, yeah, you like always trying to monitor what's going on, and if you stuck on the amount of money, for instance, half filled, and this price goes down, you start losing. That's why even the board is doing itself pretty good, but with this kind of hanging amounts of money, you're losing overall because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
haven't monitored it for quite a time.
Okay. I think then I what I could do is monitor the trade notifications because the trade notification tell me which wallet has been used, how much is filled,
and it
And
shows
it's
you if the order is canceled.
mhm.
Actually, this is how you know that something goes wrong.
Okay. And so as soon as it detects it, and I know that yeah, it got canceled or whatever, it got partially filled, then I can go ahead and immediately update the settings for that one bot and whatever it bought.
Hmm.
And that can run as a separate, just 24/7, just watching it on the side. But it has to stay on. So yeah, I think it's possible. I just need to look into it. Um, okay, I'll put this one there.
Are you running? Like, you haven't ran the inner exchange bot yet?
No, I don't. I don't have inter exchange. I use Binance for most of my trade because they are over low fee.
Low fee, yeah.
Uh, yeah, and I choose the top currencies with the highest volume on the Binance to trade.
And
And
you're using Mad Hatter
yeah, Manhattan on all of them.
on all of them. Okay. Okay.
So King,
Yeah,
are
that's why
you
I need your help, Ian.
okay?
I
So
haven't. I've been trying to enter an exchange. It works, but the manually refill. I mean, literally, it'll run through about 2 bitcoins in a couple hours.
okay. Um, do me a video of how you set that up. Cause I set a really small one, and then it just didn't work
Okay.
out for me. So you could do one for me, and I could set that up. And I've been eyeing that too,
Okay.
because I know it's like pretty much a guaranteed income. And then
It's
we just gotta auto.
guaranteed. See,
Yeah.
my business partner is a stockbroker, and he's their main thing is low risk. So the arbitration strategy, that's the main thing that they do. And just with I have softwares that I have set up alone, 1%, 2% on every trade, just from exchanging it from one exchange to another exchange. So you never
Mm,
really have to make a trade. You
Hmm.
just exchange it from your account to your other account on the other exchange.
All
nice.
right. Yeah, and
And
I'm really
how
excited
much
about
it
that.
brings? How much it brings? Like a
Well,
day?
and that's the thing. So right now, I've only been trading between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. But
Mm-hmm.
like for instance, let me see. I'll pull it up and see if I can show you right now. Hit BTC and Kraken. I mean, last week for 2 coins, probably I want to say like four or 5,000 off 2 coins, and that was just from
Mm-hmm.
Hit BTC to no Kraken to Hit BTC.
Mm-hmm. Do you do it with a margin on Hit BTC?
No, I don't. I don't do any because I think with the bot they don't have Hash hasn't set it up with margin with our leverage trading. It has to be spot, and that's another thing
Yeah,
too. I don't know if
yeah.
we can find a
You
way
can't
to get
do
around it.
Manhattan on, yeah, you can do Manhattan on the margin one.
Yes, I haven't even, and that's what I really want to do is be able to do the margin trading with the arbitration. But
Hmm.
let me see something here. If I could show you guys real quick. And this is very safe. It's not I'm waiting for it to load here. And this is just a simple software that I have on my phone, an app. I'm waiting for it to load up so you can see. Add more exchanges. Let's see.
It's not the best quality on your side, I guess. So it's like
Oh, my sound.
no, no, no. The video, I mean, the picture.
Oh, the video.
Yeah, it's getting like a lot of pixels.
Yes, I gotta have it.
Oh,
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I was looking at that to kind of automatically rebalance the wallet when it does energy exchange arbitrage. So it's either that or looking to leverage with BitMEX. Have you done any leverage with BitMEX yet?
I haven't. I don't. I wasn't able to set up an account with BigMax.
Oh, do you have a VPS with a green server?
No, I need to set one up. That's what he was
Yeah.
telling me. Green server. Okay.
Yeah, because then you're located in France instead of the US.
Okay. Yeah, that's beautiful. And I'm having so much of an issue downloading and installing this auto tuner. Um,
Okay. We can either do that offline, or you can add me on Skype, and then or actually, I'll tag Anissa if she has it around. She can help you too. That way, I can focus on programming. So you're admin R Capital, right?
yeah. No, AMUNRA capital.
Okay, cool. I just tagged you on the Telegram,
Okay.
so she knows too. Her name is Nisa.
It's taking a while to load all the exchanges.
All right, cool.
Okay.
So she'll get in contact with you. She's my
Okay.
assistant.
Great. Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, cool. Yeah, I think that's a real need. All right. I need to prioritize my header. Okay, cool. Just add this to the list. So I should get this auto trader but by end of this week done, and then I'll probably release it in a couple weeks to you guys. So then I can move on to fixing these couple of things, and then I'm really excited about the inter exchange bot. Because
Yeah, we need to find out how we can tweak that because that it'll be a beauty if we can get it, to a T.
so when you do the arbitrage inter exchange, it works, but it's just it burns up too fast, and you have to manually.
It burns up too fast. It burns up too fast, and I don't know if I'm exchanging it the right way, but it's still making money. I don't. It's crazy that the yeah, I know. So the first market, I don't know if it's exchanging from the first market to the second market, or is it going back and forth? Like, is it just monitoring both markets, and at certain times it's buying from here and selling here, buying from here and selling here. But
Right.
I wanted to get it to where it's just buying from one and selling on one. You
Okay.
understand?
Yeah, yeah. Um, I know what you mean. I don't have enough experience to say, but I can see that it does that. So when it gets off balance, we can then monitor those two bots and then just kind of do some quick math and then send it to each other. Is that what you're needing, or you just wanted to just buy one sell one?
No. If he can do it, if he can do it the other way, that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. But if he can, like, either way is, I just wanted to be able to pick up when I want to be able to control when it's buying from. I don't want it to buy from the market that I want it to sell to. You
Okay.
understand? Because
Yeah.
it's for somehow it's buying from that market, and then I see a negative trade. I wish I could pull it up and show you guys.
You can on the left side, you can
Okay.
click screen share.
Screen share. Okay, perfect. Nice.
And this is public, by the way, so just be careful.
Okay.
It's publicly broadcast. Just make sure you don't show anything private, any private keys.
All right. So I should just let me load it first, and then I'll.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wow. See, look at this right here. I'm not. Before I screen share, hold on. Okay. Is there any way you guys can see this?
Yep, look at it.
Can you see?
I
Yeah,
see the opportunities.
something. Yeah.
Okay.
And it tells you where the opportunities are at, which markets are on.
What app is this?
It's called. Hold on. It's called Crypt Arbitrage on Google Play,
All right.
and it gives you the details. Hold on, let me see if I can pull one up. It's too much. Bit tracks. Boom. Okay, I'm gonna click on one, and it'll give you the exact details on how to make the trade from one exchange to the other one.
Mhm.
Crypt arbitrage. So are you doing this with HAAS right now?
That's my plan. That's what I was trying to do. It, like I said, it's working, but it's not. I'm having some issues. Something is first of all it's kicking out because I'm right. I was doing BTC to USD, so it was burning up the USD and then selling the coin. It was just doing some miraculous stuff. But from the transfer, I think it made my first one was like I put in $900. It made 1,200.
Nice. In a day?
Yeah, and within like
Wow.
hours.
Wow. All right, that sounds exciting.
But the thing is to get now you see hash only uses certain exchanges, but there's an arbitration opportunity going on all the time just by the simple fact that some exchanges are guided by the currencies the country's currency.
Mm.
So, for instance, a lot of different crypto might be up in China or UK, but it might be down in the United States.
Okay. So is there like some main exchanges that you normally use, like Bitfinex and Binance, or?
Yeah, I'm using Bittrex, Polynex, Kraken, GDAX. Um, I give you. I'm just.
Okay.
I'm just setting this up real quick.
So let's say right now, right, for Bitcoin, it says on Liquid and Yobit. So you just have all these exchanges all set up, and they just kind of jump on that, send money, and get it handled.
Yep. But it's the thing about also catching it at this time, like Britt was saying, in the moment, and that's why it's harder. You wouldn't be able to do this manually from one exchange to another exchange. Just by the simple fact of sending the coin or whatever to that exchange takes time. That's why I needed a bot. So
Confirmation too.
Yeah, and the confirmation too. So the bot was the perfect way to go.
Okay. Yeah, and HAAS doesn't support Yobit, right? And all these other odd end.
They don't. That's why I always stuck to the main ones. But in this app, you could change which exchanges you actually have. So I have Binance, Bittrex, GDAX, Hit, BTC, Kraken, and Polynex on. So just by the ones that you have, you can just monitor those. You don't have to. But I wish we can use all of them.
Okay.
Because some of them 9% gain on one trade. That's 10% a trade.
Okay. So when I had set up an arbitrage, I used like I think it was like 0.5%.
Okay.
and then I just did something small real quick. So I put like 10 EOS on Hit and 10 on Binance, just real tiny. I don't know you were using a lot more, and so I just sold half to BTC, and then I did one trade for 5, and then probably just maxed out, and just didn't stop. Just didn't start doing anything anymore. So maybe just I need to sell one instead, or throw
Yeah, I
more
think
money at it.
with the N exchange, it can only work with 0.01 or higher for it to actually work.
For make sense.
Yep.
Okay, I need to reinvestigate it.
Please, 'cause I definitely need some help with this.
Okay.
It can be a gold mine for all of us.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so yeah, the next time you trade, set that up for the video,
Okay.
and then just kind of show
I'm
me
gonna
the
set it-
trades.
I'm gonna.
And you have like Snagit or Jing or something to screen record, right?
Yeah, I'm logging in right now, and I'll pull it up so we can see. Let me start this here.
Let's see, I got some questions from Jay. Let's see here. Instead of market selling, I think the Manhattan we might want to scale the market maker. Arbitrage volume just get stuck on the sell side. Selling only issue transaction speed. Unless you already have coins sitting there, sometimes exchanges actually detect spread and freezes wallets for deposits. I have BitWhistle on Telegram giving signals. But more than half the time, the exchanges have wallets locked. You can't buy from one and send to the other without manually moving coins yourself, because HAAS doesn't touch withdrawals. If you're focused on the USD, BTC would have 50-50 of each currency in both exchanges. Yeah, I understand. That's why I can probably set up a transfer, which is, takes a lot of trust. So, but I can do it. So you're gonna show me something, kicking on your...
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's taking a while. I had to restart the server.
Oh, okay. So where are you from?
I'm originally from New York, New Jersey, but I live in Florida now.
Okay.
I've living here for about 10 years now.
Cool. And so you're just managing a hedge fund out there, huh?
Well, no, this all came out recently. No, listen, I've been trading for myself since about 2009, 2008. I remember buying my first Bitcoin. I wasn't trading back then, but I bought my first Bitcoin for $28. I kick
Nice.
myself in the head every day. Every day. every day. But I've been familiar with Bitcoin, and only about 2 years ago I started trading for myself, and I was doing peer-to-peer trading. A lot of people didn't know about Bitcoin. I knew about it. People wanted to buy Bitcoin. I would buy it for them and exchange. Basically, I was just exchanging.
Hmm.
And then my friend, after I told him what I do, he's like, "Man, yeah, man, I'm a stockbroker and this and that. I went to school for finance." It's like, no, I didn't know you went to school for finance.
Hmm.
So me and him ended up linking together. He has a Series 7 license, so we're able to, invest and solicit investors.
Uh-huh.
Um, and we just started this late last year.
Okay.
And this is and so it's I'm new to the whole bot trading thing, but for our strategy, it's perfect. If we
Huh.
can get a software or a bot to not even monitor every arbitrage opportunity, but actually do the trade, oh man, this is it's talking free money
Yeah.
all over the place.
Nice. So is this arbitrage bot? Do they have a website or is it only on the app?
I'll say that again.
Do they have a website or is it only on the app?
Is it on the app? No. I actually have a system where a guy wrote me a program on Blackbird. I don't
Hmm.
know if you're familiar with that.
No, no.
Which does the same thing. It just you have a software that monitors all the exchanges, and that's gonna monitor all the cryptocurrencies, and be able to tell at what time at which exchange is it the highest, which exchange is it the lowest.
Hmm. All right. Well, I guess I can. I guess I need to manually scrape it then.
Oh yeah, that'll work too.
Yeah.
That'll work too.
Hmm. All right. Possibilities are endless.
Hold on, I'm trying to look
Kagan,
up the.
the solution of how actually interchange actually works on HAAS itself, they have the inter-exchange board. Is when you like uploading, for instance, one BTC on one exchange and one BTC on the other one, which you are going
Okay.
to do the inter-exchange with, and you set up the coins which you are going to monitor. And the idea here is that when the mm, best option on the market goes in, for instance, when there is a difference on one exchange and on the other,
Yes.
one of the bots are entering the amount you've set on one exchange with the actual coin, and actually on the other exchange as well, entering with the same coin, the same um, the same trade, but on different exchange. And actually, what it does, it's one of them follows the other one. So, for instance, if one exchange is like leader, it follows how the difference when you should sell. So it quits, and the first one quits, and then the second knows, for instance, how much it can go up and how much it can, and it knows the exact point of exit. That's what my ideas of how inter-exchange works actually.
Okay.
So for your solution, probably you need to have money on both of the exchanges, and you need to definitely choose the currency which will be your base one. For instance, it's
Okay.
Bitcoin or usually or USDT if it works.
Okay. So have just put a whole bunch of money in both exchanges in that same
Yeah,
currency.
yeah. In the same currency.
Okay, but on both exchanges.
Yeah, you keep like, for instance, you have 10 Bitcoins, so you split it by 5 BTC on one exchange and 5 BTC on the other exchange. And that actually will allow you to do the inter-exchange on any currency you want to BTC. So when the bot goes on, so there is an inter-exchange bot in HAAS online.
Yeah, that's the one
Uh,
I'm using. But what I'm saying, okay, now I put Bitcoin on one exchange, I put Bitcoin on another exchange, and then
mhm.
I had to load the exchange that has the Bitcoin for the cheapest with USD, right? So that's the issue. It's buying up the USD so fast to make the
Mhm.
exchange that I have to keep replenishing it with USD over and over again.
So you do the inter-exchange on BTC to USDT, right?
Yeah, BTC to USD. Yes.
Hmm. Well, yeah. So definitely, maybe the best solution is to split the amount of money into several bots, so you will not get into the same problem that I'm getting into.
Ah, yes. Okay, okay. So
So
split it out. I gotta spread it out.
yeah, yeah. For instance, you have more like one BTC trading, you can split it to like 10 bots, and they do all one inter exchange on USD to BTC. But what I would suggest is changing the rules also, because if they will have this all the same rules, so they will probably get into problem that all the same orders will be called in one moment, and that will give you the same problem. But half of your bots will be complete, and you they will continue on inter exchanging, but some of them will need a fix.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, have you ever transferred USDT? It takes like days to weeks. At least that's what happened to me the last time I did it. So I stopped doing it.
Wow.
So I always transfer in Ether now because it's just way faster.
That's faster.
Or you might have to sell to Litecoin and re whatever. But I think maybe if you just stick to the ERC tokens, then from Ether to whatever, might be a way to transfer a lot quicker. Or maybe one of those faster chains like Ripple and um, is it Dash? Is it Dash or Zcash? I'm not sure, but whichever ones that transfers quick would be ideal. Yeah, Q is saying that it's all about not replenishing reserves, but to be able to use what you sold and just move it around to complete the loop.
All right. I'm gonna pull one up right here. I don't know. I'm screen sharing if you can see it.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would go to the app, right? And I would look on the exchange to see what's the best price right now.
Hmm.
Oh man, my phone. Let's see.
It looks like incredible Roy, like 246.
Yeah, it
For
looks.
what time? For what period is this one?
Wow. I want to say this is when I ran it, and it did this seems like the first couple of trades. But
Hmm.
what happened was I started getting the cancel. I started getting the cancel out of money. Where is hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'll go here, go to the app. I'll choose my currencies. I only want to look at BTC to USD right now. So let's say we're just gonna do Bitcoin.
So your problem right now is that you load USD on GDAX, or is it Bitcoin on GDAX?
I load USD. You have to load GDAX for USD and Bitcoin.
Okay, on both sides, and then you're emptying out on USD on GDAX.
Yeah, because I'm buying the coin with USD on GDAX and then selling the coin on uh, on PIT BTC.
Okay, and so you need to move USD to more USD to GDAX.
More USD to G, or even let me know when it's running low so I can replenish it. You understand what I'm trying to.
Yeah, because when it taps out, it taps out.
It taps out, and that's an issue because then it starts buying from the other market, and that's what I'm saying. That's when you start losing on trades.
Oh, okay. So, did you try moving USD from GDAX to hit?
Yeah. No, because hit doesn't have a USD like account. I don't think so.
Because I remember moving USD out of hit, but it took like 2 weeks, and I thought I lost my money for a while, and then finally said yeah, it went through. But that's the problem with hit.
Yeah, that's why I don't.
Like you might get stuck in limbo.
Yeah, so that's why. So I don't send the USD. I only sell. That's what I'm saying. I only want to sell. Are you saying sell? Stuck in USD? Okay, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So what I would probably do is then use
hit sends it to the USDT to the tether.
Yeah. So I wouldn't transfer in tether. But what I would do is use the BTC to buy ether to send to hit, and then hit sell the ETH to USD,
I see
and
what you're
then
saying. Oh
do
man,
it again because that's faster,
beautiful.
right?
It is faster. It is faster. That sounds amazing.
So now we just need a bot to kind of do it for you automatically,
I'm trying to pull up the exchanges to see. Well, we can just. What's a good EOS exchanges?
I don't know. I buy directly from the contributions.
I'm trying to see. Normally GDAX. And Bitcoin Cash too is also good to do the arbitrage opportunity with.
How much Bitcoins did you start with this?
Like I said, you have to start. You have to put at least 0.01. But I had put. I started off with one coin.
Okay.
I put 4 in one and 4 in the other one, and then I had to put 4 on a USD. So even when you run when you went down. So it's gonna update it once you save it.
All right, I'm gonna do some manual interchange today. I'll set one up and then see if it works, and I can study it.
Okay.
Throw more money at it. Well, I guess it looks straightforward then.
Yeah, waiting for the data to load. Alright, there we go. So yeah, let's do let's do one.
Like that. Then I was like, wow. All right, I gotta do more.
Okay, this is let's see here. Point one. So this is with $1,000 back test for 2 weeks. And that's from this is just from GDAX to hit BTC. Now imagine if we had GDAX to other exchanges also.
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just figuring it out.
We can do it.
And you can do other cryptocurrencies too. That's the beautiful thing. You just gotta find out. You know, like, let me see here. I'm gonna go back to the app and see what other. If I could just check it here. Let's see. We can do this coin cap. Now let me just check it. I'm gonna use the song. I'm gonna use the app because the app I just like using it. I mean, what other cryptocurrencies you guys use?
I'm looking at BitShares and
BitShares.
EOS, my two right now. I think BitShares a sleeping giant.
Sleeping Giant. I'm still stoked about EOS, man. And I was totally, I didn't know anybody until I started following you, and I was like, oh yeah, this guy is, he's on to something here.
And what I like about EOS is that it's like real estate, right? And I mean, the fact that you can get passive income is all what I'm about. And I'm like,
Yeah.
BitShares to EOS. I was like, well, EOS has passive income, but I don't know how much passive income. But the fact that you can is what you know interests me. But BitShares is real low. It's kind of like back in the day when EOS launched, but you can see how once EOS launched, I think BitShares will be a BitShares 3.0 moving over to EOS. Then it'll probably be like Binance level of $10 or something like that. But it's kind of opportunity to get it below 50 cents. Alright. I think I'm gonna cut out. This hangout will still be around.
Okay.
I'm gonna probably have lunch now. So, I don't know what
Alright, thanks for your time, Ken.
Cool. Are you staying on, Frisker? Or
No, disconnecting. I'm going to watch the Facebook launch of the F8. How
Okay.
it's called? Like, yeah, for the programmers. The meeting.
Cool. All right. So I'll see you guys. Talk to you guys next week. You guys come on.
All right, man.
Yeah.
All right, man.
See ya.
Well, thanks for.
Thanks.
All right, man. Bye.
All right, Ian. Take care,
All right.
man.
Take care.